What's going on, guys? August Young, Docsports.com, back with another NBA rundown. We did this yesterday. I am going to make this one even more valuable, even more different. Now, I decided what would be more useful for you guys going forward, because I get this question a lot, is people always want to know, what do I look for on the board? How do I analyze the odds screen, line movement, what I'm seeing in the market to try and dictate what's a good bet? Now, I want to preface this by saying, I'm going to run through every NBA game every day by simply looking at the board. I think that's more valuable. You can take a lot from that. But note that these aren't necessarily my picks. They're not necessarily what I would even give as a premium selection. I speak with sharp groups daily. I discuss, I have a very efficient model which I use. I'm not going to give out my numbers on the games for obvious reasons. I don't want the market picking up on what my true number on games is. I don't want people jumping things. I bet later into the evening. So this is a very good tool for you all to use and understand how someone like myself would read the board as a sharp bettor. But note that you should still get the premium picks if you just want to buy the best of the best. Speaking of premium picks, I did mention this on my Twitter account, but we have been it's been unbelievable, man. The run has been unreal. We're on a 20-3 all sports run the last 8 days. $100 better up, 7,520. We're having a killer NHL season, over 75 units. We're 35-11 on our last 46 NHL plays, hitting 76%. This, usually if I saw someone making these claims, I would call BS on it. Head on over to my Twitter account, X, at August Young Wins. You will see plenty of interaction there from clients that proves that these numbers are not false. They're not made up. I've been winning for a long time at Docsports. A lot of respect from my customers, and it's always a telltale if you go over to someone's Twitter account and they're not getting positive feedback, they're not getting interaction, they're not getting others sort of confirm what they've been doing. I have all of that, so go over to my Twitter account and check that out. Now, I do have a 7-unit NHL going tonight, guys. Big 7-unit play. They have been killing it. Funny story, I already started recording this video and pulled up my spreadsheet to show you guys my NHL results. That has my 7-unit on there, so you would have all had that for free, which is unfortunately not the plan here. So I had to re-record this video, so I'm not going to pull my spreadsheet up because it does have it on there. But yeah, guys, we've been killing it. NBA's been on fire. 7 or 8 straight winners in the NBA now. Hockey, I just showed you what I'm doing. College basketball is also killing it, up over 30 units on the season. Everything is going very, very well. UFC just coming off a 2-0 weekend. We won a 7-unit there, and we do have the 7-unit tonight. And if you're not a client of Docsports, down below in the description, there is a free $60 account. You can activate a Docsports, and if you use that free $60 link, you don't have to purchase the pick today for me. The 7-unit you can get absolutely free by using that $60. You have nothing to lose, no obligation. You don't have to even bet the play. But if you want to see what I'm on, you want to use that as a tool, go ahead. It's just free. Click that link in the description. Now, without further ado, I don't want to do this ramble every time, but because it's the first time looking at the board, I thought it'd make sense to give you guys some information as to what we're doing here. Now, the 2 games we're looking at, we are looking at the Orlando Magic and the Milwaukee Bucks, and we'll also be looking at the Dallas Mavericks and the OKC Thunder. Now, the first thing I want to look at here is I'll go across the main sports books, and I'm interested in limits. Who has the highest limit? Now, the reason that is important, high limits attract sharper sports bettors. Low limits do not. Pro bettors want to get down a lot of money, and they want to do that at the highest limit spots possible. So to give you an example, I'll go across here and see, S411, that's sports 411, bet Chris. You got ST and M, that means side, total, and money line. They're taking 10,000 on this game on the side. Circa here in Las Vegas is taking 5,000. Pinnacle is taking 20,000, which would make them the highest place at the moment. Usually, Bet Online are somewhere in between any of those. They usually do deal high limits, although there is issues with certain banning there. I also have a bunch of these accounts which are highly valuable, and also have some recreationals. We have FanDuel, DraftKings, Bet Rivers, Hard Rock, MGM. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I like to see where this line opens. So let's look at who has the highest limit. Let's just see what's happening at Pinnacle. So we see this open to 8.5. The line has been falling down to 7. We did get a jump up to 7.5 at a limit boost. So once we got to the 10,000, we did get some action coming in on the Bucks. And then this came back down on Orlando, and this seems to be settled around a 7. Now, Pinnacle dealing 105 on either side, which lets me know a 20,000 a bet and a low vig. They're very confident in that number at 7. That is a key factor. Now, injury-wise, Giannis, obviously, he's listed as probable. You never know. Big news for Orlando is they've obviously been without Paolo Banchero, and now no Franz Wagner as well. This is a blow for them. That's all generally factored into the line. Now, I want to see if I'm seeing anything that's going to tell me where this line may continue to move. Now, we look at a very sharp sports book, and we're seeing here at 7, they're still nudging this on the Orlando side. So even though Orlando have taken the pro money, and it seems to have been coming down, and there has been some resistance points, especially below 7, this thing is still testing down below that 7. I want to look across here too to see FanDuel. Now, most of you guys don't realize FanDuel definitely have opinions on games. They're not the square sportsbook that they once were thought to be. I would pay attention to what is happening there. They're not giving away free money, put it that way. They're doing very, very well. I do see some 6.5s popping up. There doesn't seem to be. This is another thing. I want to know, is there any 7.5s out there? Is there anywhere that's moved to 7.5 or show some value there? We do have Easy Street moving here. I don't really care about that. I'm not even sure this feed's updated. The way I would see this moving based on, let me just see what's been going on at some of these spots. Let's just stayed a solid 7. Bet War, a very sharp spot. Some 7.5s taken down. 7.5 clearly seems to be a buying number. So you want to see if you can find a 7.5 out there. You can find one at ESPN, but you are playing -120, which is not worth the squeeze. Any 7.5s flat would probably be a good play. You're not getting it, if anything, I'm probably at this point looking at the Bucks at a 6.5, just because of how confident the market seems to be at 7 being this true number. And there is FanDuel, but they're dealing, -114 here, -115 at MGM. MGM in Jersey, they're all on 20. So yeah, we're not on the side. A 6.5 flat, a 7.5 flat. If we think the number is going to be 7 is a key number in NBA. I would probably be looking there when it doesn't look like it's available. If we look to the total market, if there's anything happening here that's any telltales, all seems pretty solid. The totals are usually more inefficient. Of course, Circa here just nudged up from a low of 213. The number seems to be coming up at higher limits. Can we tell that anywhere? It doesn't seem to be the case. So in this instance, it's probably a pass situation. Now, it won't take too long. Let me move on to the Dallas Mavericks Thunder game. Pinnacle, this little box here is showing me that Penny have the best number in the market, and that's telling considering they're taking 20 dimes on this game. You can get the absolute best number in the world on the OKC Thunder at -4, almost even, and no one's taking it. That's something to understand. That might be important. Now, with that in mind, can I find a 5 out there? Again, the market is very, very efficient. It's not always that simple to find these things, and it doesn't seem so. Now, let's have a look at the total here, just 1 second. Best number on the over here. We just got some movement here toward a little bump to the over. There isn't much happening here. We do have down to 30.5 here. Did that come down from 31? Yes. What's the injury report on this one? Chet Holmgren, obviously we know about that. On the side one more time, we are getting some push here as well at Sharp Sports, but this went to 4.5 and it's starting to squeeze down. And like I said, considering you can get the best number in the market here on the Thunder and no one's taking it, is something to pay attention to. I just want to see if any of the off-screen spots did get any action. Again, guys, because there's 2 games on the board, the likeliness of these lines being very, very sharp is very high. Now, a tool I would recommend using, so I'm just going to pull up something here to see if we can find some alternative value. Shout out to the guys at Unabated. I find some of their derivative tools very useful. If we're going to go to alternative lines in the NBA, this is another thing I would look to do. If we assume 4.5 is the correct number, you put a 0 in the alternative. That's basically saying that the true money line on the game based on historic data and all kinds of things should be 151. You can filter that out more accurately with total, but let's just ride with 151. Now, we can get some added value here, as you can see, because 151 should be the true price. So if we think that is the true number, anything over that could be good. So Superbook here, they're getting 160 on the side of Dallas. Maybe worth a look. And we're going to also look at the same situation here in the Bucks game. I think the key number, we think the number on that's going to be 7, based on all the market moves. 275. Yeah, that's pretty much in line. So, I mean, out of all of this, the only thing I would be looking to do here is probably try and find a boosted, inflated price on the Mavs. At anything over 160, 155 even, maybe 160 would be good. There was some movement just now at FanDuel. That's just bouncing around. There was a 155 recently taken down here at Rivers, which that could be important too. Yeah, I think the 160 at Superbook, and I think there's a better price out there. CD Sports has a 165. I would. This thing's just nudging up. Doesn't seem to be sharp money on the Thunder because we're not getting huge steam here. It's just a few probably managing liabilities across the board. So all this said, I would be taking the Dallas Mavericks at plus 165 as the only play on today's NBA rundown. If you can get it at 155, 160, that's good too. So hope that was useful for you guys. I'm trying to figure out ways to make this a bit more streamlined, but at least here you have a deep dive into how I would look at the betting board. Please comment your thoughts down below because I need to know if you found this useful. If you want more of this, please let me know because, we're trying to find something that sticks here at Docsports and at this YouTube channel, something that you all find useful, something that you can get value out of, and something that can help you all win. I believe this type of teaching is going to be vital. But let me know, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you guys watching this video. And as always, remember my 7 unit is on deck in the NHL tonight, and get that free $60 link in the description if you want that play completely free. This is August Young at Docsports.com, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's cash some tickets.